Hello there, folks. My name is TrainBoy227, and today I'm ranking all of, well, at the very least, most of the Trackmaster locomotives made for the line. To clarify, we're going to be doing the 170 that the wiki has listed under engines. So I suppose let's get started. Starting off with this Thomas. It's got pretty good detail. It's got printed stickers for the bunkers and tanks, as well as the whistle and cab windows. But it's got painted buffers, and it's got raised lining. And the face is pretty spot on, in my opinion. So I'm going to give it a solid 6 out of 10. Now, this is what the wiki calls the original Thomas. It's basically the same, except, as you can see, it doesn't have the painted lining, but it comes with Annie and Clarabelle. So I'm going to have to give that a 7 out of 10. If it had the painted lining on the boiler, it would be an 8 out of 10, but because it doesn't, it's lower. Next we have Thomas with a green van. Pretty much the same, it just comes with a van, so that's 7 out of 10. This is the exact same thing, but the van is blue. Again, 7 out of 10. Now we're getting somewhere juicy. This is the 2012 version of Thomas, and it's like fully updated. Everything's different. The cab windows and whistle are still a sticker, but all the other detail is not a sticker. It's like applied decals. The face got a CGI update. It's not my favorite, but it's pretty good. It's very accurate, I must say. It's like one of the best Trackmaster Thomases out there. And it comes with this nice blue van. So I'm gonna have to give this a solid 8 out of 10. This thing is just a drop into the sewers, traveling through the sewers, being eaten by a shark, and pooped out back into the sewers. It's absolutely trash. This picture shows the buffers painted, but if you know anything about the range, the buffers are not painted. It's a 4 out of 10. And the truck, like, it's so short, it's such a bold color, and all the detailing is so smooth. Like over here, you can see that they actually tried to make it look like wooden planks. But here, it looks like weird ribs. It's all cheap. And the face somehow got worse. Like, I didn't like the CGI Thomas face to begin with, but here it was actually, like, pretty accurate. They just somehow messed it up on the 2014 model. But whatever. Then on to Edward, one of the first Edwards. The tender lining and the number are stickers. Everything else is either raised up or separately applied decals, including the splasher and cab lining, which is very interesting. It's got this accurate wheel arrangement that I've always loved. The face, it's pretty good. Something about it seems off. I don't know what it is, though. Like, Why does it look so strange? I feel like it's too big, maybe? I'm not sure. I can't put my finger on it. I'm gonna give it a solid 7 out of 10. It would be higher, but it has unpainted handrails and unpainted boiler lining, so that brings it a step lower. Now here is the same thing, except it's got two trucks. One's a van, one's an open wagon. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. It might have been higher had the freight car, the open wagon, had cargo in it, like stone, crates, wood, whatever. If it had some sort of cargo, it would have been higher up, but since it doesn't, it's not. Then we're on to the 2012 model. This fixes my major gripe with the unpainted lining and handrails. However, the whistle, or safety valve, or whatever that is now unpainted, and they got rid of the cab windows. And the wheels. Something's up with the wheels. Oh my goodness. I think the first and third axles are raised above the tracks and don't even touch. So it's just a normal 220 like the rest of them. Like, it's still got the unpowered, it's got one unpowered axle and one powered axle, as opposed to how it is there. That's weird. Oh my goodness. Now on to 2014, they just made it so much worse. Firstly, Edward looks like a saddle tank here. Like, that's not how boilers work on steam locomotives. It's got the same major gripes, except now, by the looks of it, the cab lining isn't, like, raised to detail, like with the boiler lining. Now it's just printed on decals. And they didn't even bother to paint the front wheel. And once again, like all of these, the promo is incorrectly showing painted buffers. The face, somehow, is a downgrade from before. And the tender is just tiny. The tender's tiny, the boiler's massive, and it's just bad. Oh my goodness, I've been forgetting to get these rankings. Crap. Alright, you're a 2012, 7 out of 10. 2014, 5 out of 10. Because you gotta respect them for at least doing Edward. Now on to Henry. This is gonna be a good one. Firstly, like the first thing you notice, the side rods go all the way into the piston from the rear wheel. I think that's awesome. Also, I own a Henry, but one of the pistons broke. But I believe the middle wheel does actually function. It's just not always touching. So it's for, like, hills and stuff, I believe. The face is pretty much spot on. Oh. All of the detail is raised except for the tender, which is a sticker, which I'm starting to get used to now. They painted the handrails on his boiler, but not on his smoke box for whatever reason. It's just a really good model. The firebox, in my opinion, looks a tad bit too tall. That was probably just to accommodate the motor. I don't really mind. From the looks of it, it kind of gives him like a tapered boiler look. I don't know. I haven't seen this thing in ages. I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. This is great. This is pretty good. This is the same except unpainted boiler lining and handrails, but there's a truck with logs. So I'm going to go 8 out of 10. It kind of balances it out. Oh, this one has stickers for cab windows. This one just doesn't have cab windows. Yeah, that still balances it out at 8 out of 10. Now on to the 2012 model. As you can see, it's gone from having a battery in the tender to having a battery in the engine itself. Again, it's all raised detail, except for the tender, which is a sticker. They weren't able to give cab window stickers on the front, and the detail on the rear, on like the side cab windows, is unpainted, so that's a little strange. The face, I think, is fine. I don't really like the CGI. They fixed the handrails on the smoke box. That's nice, but there's no sticker decals on the pistons, and the center wheel doesn't rotate anymore. So I'm going to give that 7 out of 10. Still pretty good. Not as good. I own this model. I have much more recent memories than I do of the original model, so I can confidently say that this thing is not good. Again, it has that issue where it looks like a saddle tank with the big bulging boiler. There's no lining on the rear of the firebox, which just looks awkward. Looks unfinished. The tender's tiny. All the detail, except for the stuff on the boiler, is now printed decals. The buffers are still unpainted, even though they are in the image. The face is tiny for whatever reason. It is just not large enough. And the wheels are... the wheels just aren't good. 5 out of 10. Now Gordon. Literally all of the same highs as Henry, and all of the same minimal lows as Henry. Like, no front cab stickers, but all of the detailing is raised. There's no coloration on the railings on his smoke box. He's got a pretty spot-on face, but there's also something I just noticed. To accommodate the switch, his firebox got this weird little bulge. Not a fan of. 7 out of 10, only because of the bulge. This model, again, for the same reasons as Henry, 7 out of 10. All of the losses and gains balance each other out on this part, on this so-called original model. And they just skipped straight to 2014, didn't they? Oh boy. I also own this one. Again, saddle tank issue. Mostly printed detail. They got rid of the bulge by giving him a weird cutout that cuts out literally the entirety of the firebox in that area. The tender's tiny. 5 out of 10. And the buffers. The buffers, for some reason, are still painted here. And also the wheels. They changed the wheels. Like the fact that it's no longer going into the piston itself is just not good. Now on to James. James is good. I like him. I like how large he is near the end. Like the cab area, the way that the cab area is wide just looks good to me. The lining's nice. No painted handrails on the smoke box, but that's somewhat expected. It seems to be either stickers or printed on the... Or no, maybe it's... I think it might be raised on the splasher and cab lining. And then cab stickers for the front windows. Pretty good face, but it's also kind of weird. It looks odd to me. Here, same ups and downs. For some reason, it comes with a cattle car. I don't know why, but it does. For some strange reason. So yeah, this was a 7 out of 10. Again, a 7 out of 10. This one, it's not my favorite. He looks he looks shorter in length, but taller in, like, he looks taller, but at the same time shorter. So he looks kind of squished. The cab still is huge, which I like. It's not my favorite for some reason. I'm gonna go 6 out of 10. This one, again, the same saddle tank looking problem. Way shorter than normal. No cab windows or even a cutout on the side, which is really weird. 5 out of 10. Percy! I love this Percy. It just looks so good. Like, he's got such great proportions for a Trackmaster model. He doesn't look too long, but at the same time he doesn't look too short. He looks so great, but at the same time, he's not accurate. I just really like it. 8 out of 10. This one... Yeah, no, this one's got 2 pieces of rolling stock that fit somewhat. Input upon Percy, which I know is like a fandom favorite. Percy has been seen with a fuel tanker. And Percy loves to pull the mail, so the rolling stock fits. So I'm going to bump this up to a 9 out of 10. Because even though some of the gripes that I have with previous models still apply, like the unpainted lining, I think the rolling stock choices really equal it out. Then we got Percy with a blue brake van. It's not like a cool brake van. It's one of those weird boxy ones. One of those ones from the Japanese toys, which I never really liked. Kind of just used as mail vans. Anyways, it's fine. Nothing spectacular or anything. 8 out of 10. Another one, but it's red. Still, 8 out of 10. Ooh, the 2012 model. I'm partial to the 2012 model. It didn't improve a lot, but it didn't need to improve a lot, really. He's a little bit shorter and a little bit longer, so he looks a little bit flattened out. But I'm still going to go with an 8 out of 10. Oh, God. Where do I begin? Alright, the buffer beam is massive. It's, like, way too low down for the size of the buffers. He's just way too long. Like, the cab is just one massive chunk. He's just too tall for that length. The mail van looks weird. Why is it orange? And why does it not, like, what is that mail symbol? Why is there one wing? Why couldn't they have done, like, 2 wings on the side? Like, what is this? 4 out of 10. Like, jeez Louise. Oh, this is like, you know what? No. 3 out of 10. It's like my least favorite of them all. Toby. impeccable model, great detailing. The bell and whatnot is molded on. I guess you could say is a minor gripe. Other than that, it's perfect. It hasn't been changed whatsoever since the days of Playrail. Like, Playrail is still producing this exact Toby. That's how perfect he is. The original Toby is the same, but he's got a... Oh my god, I forgot to rate him again. 7 out of 10. This one got a sticker number for some reason. Like, that's all that's different. It's an 8 out of 10. Because it comes with a truck, and it comes with Henrietta. Like, Henrietta? That's wild. So, yeah, 8 out of 10. It would be a 9 out of 10, probably, if the truck had, like, a stone load or something in it. But it doesn't, so it's an 8. Ugh. Right. Let's see. The tram plates are way too high up off of the tracks. The face is weird. Like, the old face looked great. It protruded from the front quite a bit. This one just looks off. It's got painted detailing, which is nice, but at the same time it's probably false. It's probably not how it actually looks. Heck, this render has unpainted buffers. Like, and it just comes with a basic green van. It doesn't even come with Henrietta. Another 3 out of 10. Just like, the exclusion of Henrietta is unforgivable. Duck. What can I say? He's Duck. Got a pretty good face. He's decently long. For some reason, he always looked a little too long for his wheels. Like, that was obviously that was like to fit a battery and stuff, but he looked a little bit too long for my liking. The sticker has never been the correct color. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Solid model. Right, this one, exact same, but it comes with Scruffy and Toad, for whatever reason. Instead of Oliver, Duck is the one that came with Scruffy and Toad. Scruffy? It's always nice to have Scruffy, and this is the old Scruffy, which is awesome. And Toad? It's Toad. He's a brake van, like the coolest brake van of them all. He's the brakest of the vans. Had Scruffy had some cargo, that would have been nice. And I know there were some 3D face versions of them released down the line. Had Scruffy had cargo and had they had their 3D faces, this would have been a solid 10 out of 10 pack. But they don't. So it's an 8 out of 10. Still a step up, obviously. Not as big of a step. Here's Duck with a random freight car that has an orange chassis. Not sure why they didn't just make it Scruffy. 7 out of 10 would be an 8 out of 10 if it was actually Scruffy. Alright, right on to Donald. Not much to say. For some reason, I always thought it looked a little wide. Like the Scottish Twins, their models just looked a little wide for some reason. Maybe it's because of how short they are. But they don't look like they're too short. I don't know. I like the tender. It's definitely nice. Overall, it's a solid model. 7 out of 10. Alright, I'm gonna go 7 out of 10 again, because it's just a basic truck. Nothing inside. Douglas. Jumping straight to Douglas, I guess. For some reason, this render... Now I'm starting to question whether or not they're actually renders, because the eyebrows are chipped. I mean, this one's not a render, but like the 2014 ones, those are definitely product renders. Anyways, Douglas. Basically just Donald, but with different stickers and a different face. And 7 out of 10. He's got a red pink, whatever, a reddish pinkish truck now. 7 out of 10 still. Empty truck. Oliver, ever so elusive. Got two nice red coaches. I love the accurate side rods. That's awesome. For some reason, every time I see an Oliver, the boiler's got this weird seam in the middle. Like, it's not a seam, it's an actual, like, physical gap. Like, you could probably stick the tip of a toothpick in there. How big of a gap it is. Oh god, 38 out of 170, and it's already 25 minutes. Whew. Alright. The coaches look awesome. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. It's weird that he never got a single release, or at least a release with a truck, or a single coach. But whatever. It's nice. I like it. One minor gripe, the face is big. But even then, it's not, like, aligned with the smoke box. It's weird. It's a weird model, but it's still pretty good, and it's iconic. I gotta give it an 8. Emily. To be honest, I don't really mind the tender drive. I like the big wheel that goes in, like the big wheel with the side rod that goes into the piston. The face is impeccable. It would be nice if the rear and front wheels actually acted as wheels, but whatever. Can't have any, and you can't have everything. Besides, that's still awesome. Tender looks nice as well. 7 out of 10. Comes with this one, exact same. But now it comes with a coach. And it's a really nice looking coach. Yeah, that's an 8 out of 10 for sure. Here you can see they went from bronze buffers to silver buffers, just like they did in the transition from season 7 to season 8. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same, other than maybe some technical details. Because I've heard that the original models are like way stronger and faster than the 2012 models, so that 2012 models would look weaker in comparison to the 2014 models, which are still weaker than the original models in most aspects. Speaking of 2014, this is just so bad. The face is just not good. Just the wheels look terrible. Like, they still added the big wheel. They could have fudged it to make this the big wheel. And had a rear wheel back here. Then that would mess up the structure of the arch. Like, wherever, and like where that is. Like, I know they couldn't just leave her out. But couldn't they have just, left her out? Like, this one isn't, I don't think this one's a render. Like, it looks like it's real. That's why it has no painted buffers. Also, the tender's tiny but massive. 3 out of 10. Again, one of the worst. Bill. It's Bill. It looks like Bill. It's shaped like Bill. It's got nice coal. You can barely see the letters, though. The SCC. I feel like he's well proportioned, and I like the way that his wheels and side rods clash with, like, the yellow. Like, overall, it just looks really nice. Ben. Literally just Bill. A second time. Like, not much different. They're both solid 7. You know, no, 6 out of 10. Stepney. The stickers aren't the right color, which is a gripe. I like this red side rods. Those are nice. Overall, he's a pretty accurate shape. Got a very large cab, but overall he's very short, which is accurate. He's got an awesome face, silver buffers. That's a solid 7 out of 10, and he doesn't even have trucks. Okay, now he's got a truck. It's not just any truck; it's a troublesome truck. But it's empty, so I'm gonna go with 7 out of 10. Like, the truck doesn't really change much here. Flying Scotsman. Ooh boy. Are we already? Why Flying Scotsman now? Like, Stepney was season 4. Why is Flying Scotsman? Depending on what you think, he was either season 3 or season, 20? Either way, why is he whatever. The steam clouds are weird. The fact that he's got 2 tenders is awesome, but it makes him, by default, a Greatest Moments character, which is not good. That's not good, because now it's way harder to get him. He's released in these special waves of 3 for the most part. You know, at one point, like during Motorized, they changed the tender chassis to have green instead of gray, instead of like the stark gray, which is ugly. I want to say again, the steam clouds are just a stupid idea. Like, I don't know why they added them. The face is spot on. I like the deflectors, but it's a 20. It's a model from the 2014 onwards range. There's not much good to say about it, but it's Flying Scotsman. Gotta give him like a C for effort, so I'm gonna go 5 out of 10 on this one. 5 out of 10. Probably gonna be the highest of the Trackmaster 2 models, or one of the highest at the very least. Most of the exclusives are gonna be pretty high up compared to the non-exclusives. Anyways, Lady. The trucks are empty, firstly, so that's weird. The shape is absolutely magnificent. It's like spot on. It's got the painted buffers. Got a great, accurate face. Detailing's magnificent. Other than the boiler, the whistle, and the cab windows, which are stickers, all the details raised. The trucks also all have raised detail, and they're not just trucks, they're troublesome trucks. If you look closely, you can see a face. And the trucks also have painted buffers. This is just great. 8 out of 10. This is not as great. This is the exact same thing, but only with one bland, basic gray truck. That's a 7 out of 10. No. Such a big downgrade. 6 out of 10. Okay, now it's got a brake van. The exact same thing, but with a brake van. That's a 7 out of 10. Because I like brake vans. Harvey. I had like 2 of these as a kid. I guess I still have 2. I love the crane arm. Like, just the crane arm is cool. I love how the little rods, like, even on such a small engine, the rods go into the cylinders. And I love how, specifically for Harvey, they were able to translate him pretty well into an unpowered vehicle. Because, like, they needed to if you wanted to have a crane that fit within the loading gauge of the Trackmaster toys. I love how they went through all that effort. The face is spot on. The detailing is magnificent. Like, other than the number and the boiler, it's all, like, printed. Even the pistons are printed. I feel like the side rods might not have been red in the final release, but I don't remember. The coach, I really like this coach. I like how it's powered. So, like, you could probably, like, add it to the end of your express if you have, like, 4 coaches to help Gordon up a hill or something. I don't know. Like, if you want to use it as a normal coach. But you could also still use it, with Harvey, because that's what it's designed for. Yeah, that's a solid 8 out of 10 right there. This Harvey, it's the exact same, but it has a flatbed with some supplies on it. The specific consist was designed after the consist he pulls in No Sleep for Cranky, for some reason. Because it's a marketing shill, and like it's a very specific lineup from a very specific episode, I'm still gonna stay at 7 out of 10. Because, like, overall, it's not much of a big improvement, to be honest. This Harvey, he's fat. He's, like, too tall for bridges. Like, they just completely ignored the loading gauge here. They even try to work around it. This render has inaccurate side rods. They never gave him a solo release in Trackmaster 2. Just this one with the leaves and the branches, which is so annoying. If you want a basic Harvey, now you gotta freaking paint all over it. It's wild. It's aggravating. The truck is a nice color. I like how the color of the wheels and the frame were swapped. That's cool. And I like the blue. But that's a tiny load for such a truck. And I know, like, it has to be able to be picked up by Harvey, but whatever. Like, why can't it just be normal size? Besides, you can barely pick it up anyways. The crane arm can only go, like, 180 degrees. 90 degrees in either direction. And the wood chipper is just strange. Like, what? Whatever. 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. Arthur looks great. Great shape. Great detailing. I love the white running board. He's like one of the few Trackmaster models to have a white running board. He's got the molded whistle, and I think that's also a safety valve. It's just great. Like, the face, I don't think it's 100% spot on, but it's still really good. This is just really good. Oh my goodness. This is it. Like, this alone is like an 8 out of 10. But this is literally, I think I found the best Trackmaster pack. It's got one of the best detailed engines in the entire range, Arthur, with a troublesome truck that has fish cargo in it, and then a troublesome van at the end. This is a perfect 10 out of 10 pack. This, that's still an 8 out of 10. Like, it's literally just a slate truck. Murdoch. I love how they were able to give him an accurate wheel arrangement and an accurate valve gear. I don't really care that the side rods are static. Like, I do not want to see this guy with any less than 10 wheels. It's so good. The face, I don't like how it's a deadpan stare, but the running board is white. The detailing's impeccable. And I love how large the tender is. It fits him. It fits the fact that he's a large engine so perfectly. Obviously, this is just a cropped version of this. This is just an open troublesome truck. So while this was a 7 out of 10, this is still just a 7 out of 10. They're both 7. Spencer, Oh my god, I love Spencer so much. I love this Spencer model. It's just so good. I love how the gray goes with the like the. I love how the dark gray of the side rods goes with the bluish gray, the bluish whitish gray of the rest of the engine. I love how big the tender is. I love the shape of Spencer. I love all of that lining. The face looks great. I like the bronze buffers. This is a solid. This is a solid 8 out of 10. This comes with an awesome coach, really good coach. That's a 9 out of 10 right there. That is so good. Oh my god, I just love that so much. I love Trackmaster Spencer. I don't love this Trackmaster Spencer specifically. This one is not good. This one can just go away. 4 out of 10. It's just. And the shiny silver is just so bad. Ugh. Where's the matte finish? I love the matte finish on. I love Spencer's matte finish. Molly. Great wheel arrangement. No side rods, oddly enough. Face is based on the final faces, but has the size of the prototypes. For some reason, the wheel arrangement didn't. For some reason, the wheel arrangement didn't allow for a powered locomotive, so they had to go with a powered tender. Strange. I mean, they could do it with, like, Edward around the same time. So that's like 7 out of 10. Neville looks great. I love how accurate the detailing is. I love the accurate wheels. I love how accurate the face is. It's just got such great detailing, and the tender is awesome too. That's an 8 out of 10 right there. Rosie. It's not the greatest. It's got a white running board, which is a plus. I've always been partial to this one particularly. Nothing special. 7 out of 10. This one comes with some trucks with balloons. This one, 8 out of 10. The cargo's weird. Like, the cargo gives it the extra point. Otherwise, it would still just be a 7. But the cargo makes it an 8. Now this one, they give it green trucks. So I'm going to give it a 9. I love the green. The green just looks so nice. Like the dark green against the light pink. And the bright red. And the white. And then the bright colors of the balloons. It just contrasts so well and looks so nice. Looks so natural. It's just Rosie with a brake van. That's just a 7. Whiff. Looks great. I love the big molded glasses. Like, that's so funny. Like, it's got great detailing. It's just great overall. Yeah, that's 7. Again, 7. Truck doesn't do much. Still, 7. Truck doesn't do much. Billy with chicken van and green brake van. That's a chicken van. Okay. I love the shape of Billy. I always have. He looks so cool. The van is nice. It looks cool. I like the look of it. The green brake van. It's just green brake van. Nothing too special. 8 out of 10. Billy with just the brake van. 7 out of 10. Stanley. I like the model. I like the shape. I have one of these. It feels really nice. Very ergonomic, I guess. I love that separately. At least I think it's separately molded detail with like the pipes and springs and stuff. It's a nice model. 7 out of 10. Stanley with a tar wagon. That's one that you don't see often. That's an 8 out of 10 right there. Hank. For some reason, he's tender powered. And they give him the fake wheels on the tender? The tender's got great detailing, though. So detailed. The cow catcher's a little small, but so are the front wheels. So it kind of fits, but kind of doesn't. The accurate valve gear is nice. It's very nice. It's overall very detailed, and face is spot on. Yeah, that's a nice 8 out of 10 right there. Alright, this is the same thing. Except this might actually be the engine-driven version. No, never mind. It's got the traction tires on the wheels. I know at one point they made an engine-driven version of Hank. It just gives him a brake van. Still an 8 out of 10. Flora. I like Flora. It's nice. I love how boxy it is. It's got nice detailing, even though it's minimal. Face is a face. It's Flora. What can I say? 7. Not gonna go into detail with the rest of the pack. It's just oddly cramped like that. Okay, I own this, so I'm gonna tell you. It's got this yellow brake van, and it's got a green tramway coach. The tramway coach is so good. I love it so much. 8 out of 10 right there. Hero. Oh my god. Hero is one of the best CGI characters ever made. If not the best CGI character ever made for Trackmaster. He's got great wheels. He's got like unique wheels. He's got the side ride into the piston thing. Great detailing. Great shape. Let me tell you right now, when you see this thing in motion, it looks so nice. And the tender's great too. This thing is an abomination. It takes everything I loved about the first one and ruins it. The nice shape is gone. The nice tender is tiny. The number's massive. The face is tiny. The detail is weird. It's all scrunched up. This just isn't a good hero. While this was a solid 9 out of 10, even on its own, this is just... This is a 4 out of 10. Charlie! He's great. I love all of the detail. It's all separately fitted, painted, whatever. Runs like a champ. Love the shape. The face is awesome, even though it's not accurate. It's way better than the CGI face, let me tell you right now. It's so good. 8 out of 10. The Revolutions model gives him a bigger tank, makes him a little bit squatter, but by the looks of it, he keeps the same face. So I'm gonna go with... This one doesn't actually get changed that much. I'm gonna say it right now. This one's a solid 6 out of 10. Like, the rolling stock doesn't do it for me. The rest of it is just pretty much the same. Yeah. Bash. Gonna say it's accurate. I like the large cab, but I also like the long boiler. Or at least how the boiler and the smoke box is equal length to the cab. Yep. 6 out of 10. This one's a 7 out of 10. No, 6 out of 10 doesn't do it justice. All that detail, that's a 7. This is an 8. I like the wagon, basically. Again, a 7. I really like that salt van. That looks really nice. Does it I don't think it has an... The door might actually move. I don't think so, though. Either way, that's still just a 8 out of 10. Ferdinand looks great in Trackmaster. This is an 8 out of 10. I love the shape. I love the boiler. I love how it's got like the accurate tapering and whatnot. I love how big the cab is. I like how they gave him the 2 front wheels, but only 1 back wheel. That's curious. The tender looks awesome. Scruff. Scruff looks fine. Nothing special in particular. The detailing is fine. The face is fine. Oh my goodness. Wait. Did I say... Never mind. Scruff's fine. He's a... 6, I guess. Nothing too special. I don't like the face on this truck, and it's also just an open truck, so it's still a 6. Also, he's got a really long rear coupling for some reason. I think that might be to help around turns. I don't know. Revolutions doesn't do much to change the design. It just makes them a bit shorter and longer. But I do really like the wagons and the loads. So I'm going to give this a 7. Now, it's Revolutions. It's like way weak and it's got unpainted buffers. I'm going to go with a 6. I just really like the wagons, that's all. Bell. I like the accurate valve gear. I just like all of the detailing. It's all really nice. That's a solid 7. 7 out of 10. The truck, yeah, it's still just a 7. Nothing too special. Also, are the water cannons rotatable? It's cool. Steven is also such a good model. Firstly, ignoring Steven off the bat, the well wagon is nice. It's a nice piece. I don't know what happened to my horse, but the horse that I owned is currently missing. Even then, the well wagon on its own is a great piece. The tender is awesome. The detailing on it is great. It's got all this wood and whatnot. It's got all the wood paneling, as does Steven. Steven's got wood paneling. He's got rivets. The main attraction is the wheels and the piston. The wheel is connected to this actual like sliding in and out thing. Like it's kind of like the normal thing, but reversed, like Oliver's. Instead of being attached to a wheel, it's attached to the piston itself. And the wheels and the front wheels themselves, just like real engine wheels nowadays, are slightly conical for whatever reason. Maybe it's to help it go around curves better. The face is great. All of the detailing is great. Jeez, let's see. This is a solid 9 out of 10 as well. Connor? Not much to say about Connor. Oh, this is just a prototype. These are just prototypes, I guess. Either way, the coach is just a repainted van for some reason. I don't get that. Connor just has a weird shape overall. But it looks nice. It's a nice model. 7 out of 10. Same with Caitlin. Everything's literally the same. Not like it's not obviously the same, but all of my concerns and notes and whatnot are the exact same. So again, 7 out of 10. Porter. Porter just looks weird to me. I know I said that Neville looked nice, but Porter just looks weird. He's too long. Porter's just too long. That rear wheel just looks too big on him. He's just weird. I really like the rolling stock, though. Like, look at that rolling stock. Like, for this, like, C-list character, like, not even a part of the secondary cast, really. Like, he speaks, like, 2 or 3 times a season, and that's it. They gave him some awesome rolling stock. That's a really nice flatbed with some nice cargo. That truck has some cool crates as well. That is a solid 8 out of 10, mostly based on the rolling stock. Okay, we're in Trackmaster Revolutions territory. Gator. The wheels make it a little bit better, but alright. This is, most of the Trackmaster Revolution is fine. Like they're all gonna be the same. Let's fly through. Alright, 4. 4. Still 4. 4. 5. 5. 4. 4. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 4. 5. That's the same thing. 4. 4. Alright, now we're on to the diesels. Diesel looks nice. Like all the detailing. Overall, it's good. Oh, it's weird that they never gave him side rods, but whatever. They're supposed to be on the outside of his frame anyway. It would just look weird. So yeah, 7. Now he's got a tanker. That's an 8. He's got a van. He's really weird and boxy. He just doesn't look good. He's too short. That's 4. The van's interesting, though. Boko. I like Boko's model. That's an 8 out of 10. Tar wagon and an open truck. I don't got anything in it, but still, that's an 8 out of 10. 7. Just a brake van. Mavis. I like Mavis. I don't know why. I don't really like Mavis all that much, but I like the Trackmaster model. It's cool. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Just a brake van. Oh my god, Arian Burt has such great models. Her models just look so good. Especially those knockoffs. The knockoffs look really good. Yeah. Now this is an 8. This is also an 8. Diesel 10. With this open truck? Diesel 10. He's just so good. I really like Diesel 10. He's got a great shape. He's got a great face. I love how his eye sockets are so deep to make it look like he's so menacing. Buffer beam's a little weird and small, I want to say. It's great. Ooh. 8 out of 10. This is just terrible. They did him so dirty. 3 out of 10. Still a 3 out of... Fine, 4 out of 10. That's actually a pretty cool van. Look at that. Like, he says diesel fuel, but that's clearly an electrical plug. Splatter. I like Splatters. I like Splatter's model. He's got some cool rolling stock. 8 out of 10. Same with Dodge. I like Dodge's model. Like, overall. I like how they have different faces. Like, Splatter's more of like a nervous laugh, whereas Dodge is kind of like a mix between a scream and a chortle, I guess. Anyways, I like the bricks. The bricks are cool. Like an 8 out of 10. Salty. I like the white running board and the white side rods. And the face is also pretty spot on. The buffer's a little strange, but whatever. Solid 7 out of 10. Still a 7 out of 10. Just a red truck. That's a blue truck. 7 out of 10. Oh my god. They made him so big. No, this just ain't doing... this ain't doing it for me, Chief. That's a big 3 out of 10. That's a disgrace. Dennis is so good. I love the wheels and how they're accurate. I love the specially made side rods for Dennis. I just like his shape overall. I like Dennis. He's cool. It's a solid 7 out of 10 right there. No, 8 out of 10. Still an 8 out of 10. It's just a blue truck. Den looks neat. Not much to say about him. 7 out of 10. That's the blue van. 7 out of 10. Dart. Start. Kind of long, but start. Definitely dart. I like that hopper, though. And it's interesting, you can see how it's literally just that one Sodor gold mine hopper with the flippy thingy taken out. No, this is 8. Paxton, I really like the shape of Paxton. It looks nice. 8 out of 10. Even with that truck also looks cool. Stafford, I like Stafford. I like Stafford's model. I'm gonna go with a 7 out of 10. I love how big the buffers are. Philip is weird. Had they done him in the original Trackmaster, they probably could have found some way to make him definitely much smaller. Give him like a special chassis or something. Or heck, just excuse me. They could have just pulled they could have pulled just a Harvey and given him like a powered van or something. 5 out of 10, I guess. Hugo, I like the spinning propeller. It's a nice shape. Obviously, it's a little short, but whatever. 5 out of 10. This pack is really cool. It's got a nice skiff. It's got a cool Hugo. I like the load. I love how it's that tarpaulin load with the tarpaulin blown off and just exposes all of the junk thrown in there. Solid pack, 6 out of 10. Etienne is weird. I know this render shows him with side rods, but he doesn't have side rods. 4, I guess. Scarloby. I really like the Scarloby. I don't really care about the static side rods. They're fine. I like the face. Overall, great model. 7 out of 10. Coaches look great. That is a solid 8 out of 10 pack right there. 7. It's just a van. Renee, yes, I like the shape of him. I don't care about the static side rods. 7 out of 10. Oh, he's got really good detailing. Still a 7. Literally just a brake van. Sir Handle. I like how much the white contrasts with the black wheels. And with the dark blue. It's well detailed. It's got an accurate face. 7 out of 10. I'm loving those coaches. 8 out of 10. That's just a van. But it's got a great roof. 8 out of 10. That's an A for effort type of situation. Peter Sam. Static side rods. Yet again. I don't care. I don't really care about the static side rods. Who cares? It's Peter Sam. It's good. It's gonna be good. I love the square on the funnel. I like it. 7 out of 10. Y'all are gonna hate me when I say this. I know it's just a brake van, but this is a really rare shape and type of brake van. It's hard to find in terms of Trackmaster. There's like only 6 different things that produce it, whereas with the other weirder brake van, there's like 12. This is a step up. This is an 8. Rusty, he's weird. He's pretty boxy. He's got a strange face. The face is large, like from season 6 onwards. I guess season 5 onwards. But it's based on a small scale face. But I like it. 7 out of 10. I like those coaches. Doesn't really fit with Rusty, but they're good coaches. 8 out of 10. Duncan, I know a lot of people don't like how long he is, but for some reason, it's really grown on me. Like, I just really love how long he is. He looks long and powerful for some reason. Like, if this was an actual standard gauge design, or something akin to it, I'd see it being popular. 7 out of 10. Duke, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Duke has such a great model. Duke and Bertram have the greatest models of any of the narrow gauge engines, at least from the ones I own. So good. Got great detailing. Pays great attention to detail, and it's based 1-for-1 on the Season 8 reference sheets, which is just hilarious, to be honest. Bertram. I'm lucky enough to own a Bertram. I was lucky enough to own a Bertram before I realized how rare he was. So you'll be pleased to know that a good year or two ago, I actually picked out a lot of the different things that are different between Duke and Bertram. Like how there's a little lip over the running board. And how there's minor differences. And also how either Bertram's buffer beam extends out more than Duke's, or if Bertram's buffer beam extends out more than Duke's does, I believe. There's also a weird lip on the tender, which I believe is a little bit taller. The cab detailing is also different. Like the doors and windows and whatnot on the side. On Duke, the window part for the head is it starts way lower down than it does on Bertram. And also I think it's overall just thicker than Bertram's. Either way, they're both solid 8 out of 10s. Mighty Mac, I think, is cool. I still think he could have worked without being powered by a coach. Not being coach powered. He still could have probably worked. I don't know, that's just me. Probably wrong. But even then, I love the way that he's able to swap. So yeah, I'm giving it a solid 8 out of 10 as well. Oh, what happened? Where's the image? Oh, Proteus! Oh my god, I love the face, I love the lamp, I love all the detailing, I love the gold side rods. 8 out of 10. This is a really weird consist. I don't know why they gave him this consist, but it's a 9 out of 10. Mostly because of the unique colors and because of the logs. Freddy, I like this one too. He's a 7 out of 10. I like all the detailing. I like the valve. I like the valve gear and side rods. It's a nice model, and it's got a white running board, so that's cool. This one's. I think it's got. To be honest, I think it has a better face, but overall it's worse. It's way more blacky, and the truck is weird. I don't know why it's such a teal blue. It's not hitting home for me. 4 out of 10. I don't know why they chose Freddy specifically. Anyways, Victor. I really like Victor's Trackmaster 1 model. I don't know why. I think it's because I have like 3 of them. It's really, I just really like it. That's a neat freight car. Still, they're both 7 out of 10. This one, 4 out of 10. You know, suffers all the same problems. But you know what? Actually, 5 out of 10. Because it still suffers many of the same problems, but not as much as some other models might. Luke, I prefer this to Play Rail, to be honest. I don't know why. I just think it looks better. Like, it looks more so like it should, to be honest. So that's like a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10, just Free car. Mike. This is a weird one because it's got so much detail, and it's literally the only miniature gauge engine to be made in Trackmaster, but it's a Trackmaster 2 loco, so how can I really rank it? I guess the highest I'm gonna go is 6. This thing deserves a 6, I believe, in my opinion. That was it. It ended at Mike. Oh. I swear there's more. Is there not more? We're not even going to talk about Flynn, who's like a 8 out of 10? Or Kevin, who's like a 6 out of 10? Any of the road vehicles? None of the RC engines? RC engines as well, I guess. Thomas, it's got a neat van. Like it's got the ice van's neat, I guess. That's 8 out of 10. I like the brake van. I like the unique face, and I like the coach. 8 out of 10. It's just RC James with a soda fuel van. I think this is actually how I got my soda fuel van. 8 out of 10. Stanley. It doesn't come with a second load of rocks. So that I'm gonna go 7 out of 10, to be honest. It's good, just a stock standard truck. Molly. I'm partial to this one. 8 out of 10 because of personal bias mostly, but also because look at that running board. That's a white running board right there. RC Hero. I like Hero. It's Hero, dude. I gotta give it an 8. I gotta give it an 8 out of 10, even though it has no rolling stock. Victor. That's a cool car. And I'm gonna go with an 8 out of 10 because of the cool car. 2012 RCs just aren't as in depth as some of the others. 7, 7, 7, 7. Ooh, diesel. 7, diesel 10. The 3 speeds. 3 speeds are cool. I like the face on this. 8. I don't like the cab on this one. 7. He looks too tall, to be honest. Too tall and too short. 7. Spencer is only right, and he looks great. As always. 8 out of 10. These are so weak. The Trackmaster Revolution RCs are so weak. This is 4 out of 10. Because I don't know how weak it actually is. I own this. It can barely pull 2 empty Trackmaster Revolution wagons up a hill of any grade. This thing sucks. This is it. This is the 1 out of 10. Luke. Hey, it's a Trackmaster Revolution. Luke is the only one you're going to get. 4 out of 10 automatically. Is that really it? Like, I'm not going to go over the talking ones. Like, they're all pretty average. Like, the original talking Thomas James and the Hero, because of the loads and because of the flip faces and the detail in Hero, they get 9 out of 10s. The rest gets 8 out of 10s. The Talking Flashback Victor gets a 9 out of 10, though. The 2015s get a 4 out of 10. Crash and Repair, I'm not even going to talk about, nor the Speed and Spark, or the Celebration and Storybook. Greatest moments, I'm going to touch on some of the ones with the unique faces. First thing, the Chocolate Crunch, the rolling stock is irrelevant, but it's really just like the Percy that you're talking about. That's solid. 8 out of 10. Thomas and the Jet Engine, based on an iconic moment, got good rolling stock. 8 out of 10. Thomas Makes a Mess, again, good rolling stock, iconic moment. It's great detailed. 8 out of 10. James Goes Buzz Buzz, same gist, except for the rolling stock. 7 out of 10. Duck and a Close Shave, same gist. 8 out of 10. Duncan and the Runaway Elephant. This one's got coal dust, and it's got an elephant, and it's got a cool well wagon. 8 out of 10. Here goes new. I know it's not anything special, but I like the van. I like the brake van. 8 out of 10. Picked up the Steamworks. I like that hopper. 8 out of 10. Charlie and Playtime. I love all that rolling stock. This is how I got my Charlie. That's a 9 out of 10 from me. This updated Duck's Close Shave doesn't have as good of a duck, but it's got good rolling stock. So that's a 8 out of 10. The logging logo ones, 8 out of 10. Hideaway Luke and Paxton. The Blue Mountain Mystery ones, I all like them. They're all 8 out of 10. Stafford. I've seen other Staffords. I'm telling you, I have. That's not the rolling stock that came with my Stafford. That literally is not the same rolling stock that came with my Stafford. I'm telling you, there's another Stafford. There's another version of Stafford. I will go on a tangent about the fact that there's a Stafford that came with a blue salt van and this brake van. But you know what? Knowing my luck, I lost the brake van that came with my Stafford. 'Cause I'm stupid. These ones that like pop open and stuff flies out. The Thomas the Jam, Stinky Cheese, Fish Delivery, Blue Mountain Quarry Supplies, Clown Car, and Rocky Delivery. I like them all 8 out of 10. The Phillip one, that gets a solid 5 out of 10 for me just because of the rolling stock. Same with the original Thomas. And the Merlin, the Invisible. All of the Thomas's big hauls, both of them, I like them both. To be honest, I'm going to give them both a 7 out of 10. That's the highest from a Revolution you'll see from me. Duck's Powerline Repair is iconic on Twitter. That's a automatic Duck's Powerline Repair out of 10 for me. Mavis's Late Night Track Repair also is cool. Toby's Electrico Delivery has a cool coach. The snow clearing engines are neat because they have snow plows. The snowy and muddy engines are interesting. I like the real steam engines, especially James. James is weird to me. He's quirky. The destinations. I'm just going to say my favorite of the destinations. It's probably going to have to be like either Cranky and Bulstrode, the Coal Hopper, the Museum, the Raisin Lower Drawbridge, the Rattle and Shake Coal Hopper, one of those. Then sets, in terms of sets, James at Boulder Mountain, Hard at Work at Brendan Docks, the Lumberyard, Duck at McColl's Farm, Super Sodor Adventure Set, Sodor Friends Road and Rail Set, Thomas at Ellsbridge Station, Echo Cave, Thomas on the Go, Knapford Station Celebration, Thomas and Emily at Knapford Station, Thomas at Morgan's Mine, Thomas at Action Canyon, the best set. Nelson at the Quarry, James Works It Out, Percy's Day at the Farm, Calling the Party Surprise, Arthur at Copper Mine, Misty Island Deluxe set, the Springtime. I have the Springtime Adventure set, except mine never came with the red car. It never came with a red car. The extended Cranky and Flynn Saves the Day set, the Connecta set line, which is just Callan, the post office, and Lord Tidmouth. I think the post office is just Ellsworth, to be honest. Thomas at the Abandoned Mine, Missy Down Sodor, Risky Rails Bridge Drop, Blue Mountain Gravel Delivery, the Castle Quest set. Not Thomas's Castle Quest, Castle Quest. This one's better because it has the big drop. This one doesn't. Bustling Railway set is interesting. Icy Boulder Chase set looks cool. Powerline Collapse set looks awesome. The Deluxe Avalanche Escape set is also neat. The 5-in-1 Track Builder I like. I think that's about it. This is already way too long. Thanks for watching if you've gone on this long. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. I'm dragging this out to the full minute mark. This one is an interesting set. Farewell.